Hello, welcome again to race 2 from the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by upshiftstore.co.uk, Hambridge Transport, and in association with digitalmotorsports.com. This is the Deep Forest Raceway. This is the second of our 30-minute races here. So let's have a look at the starting lineup then. So in pole position we've got Wayne, we've got Thomas in second, Wadru or PP in third, Chuck in fourth, Chand in fifth, Paul in sixth, Tony in seventh, Dice in eighth, Unforgiven in ninth, Kev in 10th, Molson 11th, Palmer 12th, and 13th is Firepower. So we've got Kev who's joined us here for race 2. So cracking race it was, first race here in the hills of Switzerland. Still weather, still good. So let's get on with it. Revs are up, and be another quick start, away they go. Absolutely off the line like a rocket goes Wayne in that GTO, but Thomas is going with him. So Thomas actually taking up that lead. Here he is going into turn 1, a Subaru, so looking to make amends after, well, he would say it was a terrible race in race 1 after getting that huge 3-second penalty. So he certainly is out there meaning business here in race 2. So he's leading them off then. It's about time we see another car out in front. It's always been those GTOs, but there they all are behind him. So we've got Wayne in second. He's following him closely. Chuck in third in the orange GTO. And then Paul's actually got ahead of PP or Wadru. Just going to call him Wadru, I think we all know him by that, don't we? So Paul into fourth, Wadru in 5th place. And then there's a small gap back these 5 as Wadru attacks Paul, goes up that inside. He's going to be past him before we get to the braking zone. There he is. So GTO seems a lot quicker than that Skyline. So business as usual then, as up front Wayne attacks Thomas. Did he get there though? Well, it's close, but Thomas still just holding off Wayne. But Wayne might have the pace along the straight here. Yeah, in the lead he goes. So powers that GTO through and across the line to start lap 2. Hard on the brakes. Now it's all about your braking setup here at turn 1 for sure. All looking pretty good there. So Wayne first, Thomas second, Chuck in third, and Wadru in 4th. And then Paul just falling off slightly off the back of the top 4, which it was in race 1 really, staying top 4 then. And Unforgiven in 6th, which is where he was in race 1 as well, which he stayed there as well, so he's hoping for probably a better result here. Even though 6th is pretty good, we'll still be looking to improve here in race 2. Don't think we were expecting any severe weather changes in terms of anything wet, so we should be okay. Should be a nice dry race throughout as they go up under the bridge and off the edge of the cliff there, or the side of the cliff I should say. Powering through. This car sounds lovely through there. So Unforgiven then in 6th, Chand up to 7th. Was ever improving, wasn't he? Or he is, I should say, in that Toyota. And he's going with them. So top 7 then. So that's putting a small gap on Palmer, who's in 8th place. And then Kev in 9th. Didn't make it first race, did he? But he's here for race 2. Trying to chase down Palmer in 8th place. And got Molson in 10th place being chased down and hounded by Tony in 11th. And it's these two again, isn't it? These two were battling it out hard in race 1 and they're at it again. And again, cars look, well, it looks like the newer Civic. It's got slightly more better handling, I should say, around this twisty stuff, but the older Civic looks like it's got a little bit more pace along these straight sections, although kind of a bit wide there. Molson, does that allow Tony to go up the inside of him? Well, he has, at least momentarily, but they're side by side as they come through the tunnel now. I think Molson's got it back, he has, so there you go, there's that pace I was telling you about. And Molson in 10th then, Tony in 11th. Oh, there's a yellow flag up there, Dyson in 12th now. What's the yellow flag here? Who's that? Don't see anyone obvious at the moment. Was that Chand? It might have been Chand who might have had a bit of a moment, but yeah, it was, because I think he's just ahead of these two, or three I should say now. So Dyson 12th, as I say, Firepower back there in 13th, so the RX-7's at the back of the pack again here in race 2. Look like they've got the handling slightly better this time, but still not quite right in these cars, I don't think. Back up top though, Wayne, he's taking up that lead, isn't he? Thomas has dropped back down to 3rd actually, because Wadrew's got through to 2nd. There's Thomas in 3rd place, coming through. Chuck in 4th, and then Paul is keeping with him this time. And actually, looks like he's closing in on Chuck, doesn't it? Now, has he got the pace? I think that GTO's going to have a little bit more along here. Yeah, looks like it. It's got a little bit more horsepower in there. And then there's quite a big gap back then to the Unforgiven. There's Paul in 5th place. Closing in on Thomas a little bit as well, so could be a little 3-car battle between 3rd, 4th and 5th soon. So Chuck is certainly getting on the back of Thomas here, and he's got that power in that GTO, and he's going to pass him, I think, down here, but he's on the outside. Can he go around the outside? Well, he got there, but Thomas has kept it there in 3rd place, but this battle, I think, is going to go on for a little while now. Chuck really on the back of Thomas now, but can he get past him? Maybe not through these twisty stuff, but certainly along that straight. So if he can keep close to Thomas, got every chance to make that move stick. And it nearly paid off last time, didn't it? He just couldn't quite get him on the brakes at the end of the tunnel straight. Just coming up to that section now, so let's see. Paul's still there as well, so let's just stick with this a moment and see what happens. Can Chuck get Thomas? No, he's too far back there. He will close in, but he won't go for that lunge, and it's very, very tight hairpin left-hander. So there's your top 5 then going through. Unforgiven, not a million miles away, but getting a little isolated again, like he was in race 1, and he was in 6th place then as well. So kind of likes that position tonight, doesn't he, here at Deep Forest Raceway? So comes through to complete another lap and to start lap 6. Got that sort of Japanese, obviously Japanese car, got that Japanese style livery as he runs wide, and he done that in race 1, didn't he? That's where he lost his places. Fortunately for him, he's got no one close by, so he's just going to lose a bit of time with the guys ahead. No one behind him to worry about. But yeah, as I say, got that sort of cartoon, Japanese cartoon livery on that Skyline to fit with the rest of the car, really. So there's Unforgiven, Chand in 7th, always under pressure from Kev. He's actually got past Palmer, so Kev was behind Palmer, wasn't he? But Chand still in 7th, but Kev is there, chasing him down. So, and Kev slides it round the left-hander there. Brake now, tight to that apex. Always gone a bit wide, or a bit of lag there as well from Kev. So Let's see if that lag comes into play. If it gets too bad, he might have to go in the garage. That might be his race over, but sticking with it at the moment. Yeah, he's not got that pace, has he, on Chand ahead of him. What about the braking? Oh, nearly tagged the back of Chand there. Gets himself almost out into them little black marbles there. You can see them all on the track, can't you? Don't want to be getting yourself out there, otherwise you'll be kissing that barrier. So now, still don't think he's quite got the pace to be close enough to make that pass at the end of the straight here, Kev, but good little battle anyway, nevertheless, between these two. Yeah, no, he's not going to make it there. So Kev then in 8th place. There's Palmer in 9th, and Molson has got away from the clutches of Tony, and now he's gunning himself forward for Palmer. Oh, a little bit of a miss. He had a sort of a jerk at the steering wheel there, did Palmer, so he didn't quite get that right, nearly lost it, control of it, but looking okay. Molson, there he is, in 10th, as I say, chasing down Palmer. 10 minutes in now. And actually, Tony dropped all the way back down to 12th because Dyson's got past him, and there he is, Tony. So, yeah, he's had an off, hasn't he? He's got a scuffs at the front of that Civic. Dyson. Oh, there's Molson, so actually, they're not that far away, is he? Or has Molson had... No, there's 4 cars there, all in shot. So, there's a good little battle for 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th here. As we watch Tony trying to attack Dyson. Doesn't look like there's a lot between these cars again. Just think the RX-7's got a little bit more power, but the Civic R does look better in the corners. Now, can Tony get a good run here? Well, he's close enough. If he can get him along here, a bit of slip as well, get himself into that by the time he gets to the end of the straight. And I don't know, no, doesn't look close enough, does he? So every time I say, or look, it looks like they're going to be a pass on a bit further back than I thought. But anyway, 12 for Tony. There's Firepower in 13th. Yeah, still having a few twitches there, but he'll stick it out. At least he hasn't stopped yet. Anyway, not yet for his sandwiches anyway, like he did in race 1. But maybe he's got none left, eh? Maybe he ate them all at race 1, and packed lunchbox is empty. So Firepower 13th. Wayne looking comfortable. Well, as comfortable as you can be when you've got Wadru behind you, and actually, yeah, he's creeping quite a nice little gap here. Is Wayne holding the fastest lap as well, a 1:30.3. So another quick lap from the GTO. Certainly looks pretty planted, Wayne's GTO, doesn't it? Likewise with Wadru, doesn't look too shabby, does it, either? So Wayne and Wadru could be the main contenders here for the championship. They're certainly leading it at the moment, and that's just after 2 rounds. There's the gap. Good shot that, looking up through off the side of the mountain there at the tunnel section. Great views here in Switzerland. So much so that we've even got cameramen standing around, not even taking photos, they're just admiring the views. Thomas in 3rd place. Let's get back to this racing. So, still there is Thomas in 3rd, which I think he probably wanted a bit more actually, but considering the dramas he had in race 1, I think he'll settle for 3rd, you know, as we come up to nearly the halfway point here in race 1. Chuck Lowe's got some horsepower in that other GTO, that bright orange GTO along the straight. Another one with kind of a Japanese kind of cartoon type livery on the side of it. I think it is anyway. Yeah, is it kind of? Whatever. But, well, it's like a robot or something, isn't it? But 4th place for Chuck. Stop this waffle, shall we? Paul, 5th place. And just coming off the back of the front 4 now, is becoming a little bit isolated himself. There is 4th and there's Firepower, so Firepower being lapped by the leaders. I think they're getting to grips with this track now. Not so many penalties being dished out here in race 2. In fact, I don't think anybody's got a penalty so far on here. It's probably cursed it all now. But race 1 was a little bit of a penalty fest, wasn't it, for a few of the drivers. But look, okay, blue flags are flying. That's because of Firepower, or to let Firepower know that the front runners are coming through. So Paul then in 5th place. Yeah, Firepower does the right thing, just pulls over, lets Paul go through. So 5th for Paul, Unforgiven. Now, looks like he's falling back a little bit actually. I mean, he's still got no one behind him, but looks like he's falling back a little bit off of Paul. So, has he had a moment somewhere, maybe, that we missed? Or what I missed? Which is unusual, but I'll try my best. Yeah, he has got a few scuffs at the front there, so maybe, or was that was it? That was earlier, wasn't it, when he ran off at turn 1 there, off the grass. So, anyway, 6th for him. Kev. So he has got past Chan then. So Kev then up to 7th. Chan's back to 8th. So actually Kev looking pretty strong now. There's Chan in 8th. Oh, he's got some scuffs as well. So maybe that's why he's back in 8th. Who knows? But Chan is in 8th. Molson to 9th. Oh, and look at this now. So we got, yes, this is 9th, 10th and 11th. All still battling it out, so let's stick with these boys. There's Palmer, attacks Chan, Molson, Dyson behind them as well. So this is certainly where the on-track battle is. Look at this, almost towing each other around through this twisty section. Molson's still holding them off though. But Palmer, is he going to go for it? Oh, he did think about it, but then thought against it. Dyson just sitting behind them, waiting for them both to make a little mistake so he could go by. But is that mistake going to happen? Well, we'll see. I think Molson might just have a little bit more in that Civic. Yeah, he does. Palmer just hasn't got quite enough in that Skyline as Dyson takes that wide line. Now he's going to get the switch back on Palmer. That's the idea, I think. Well, it could work, you know. So Dyson having a look. Now still 3, as Tony's just off the back of these now, at Dyson then. So as you were, heading along to start lap 12. Now I want to stick with this actually, everything else is pretty settled ahead of them, so it's all still the same. As Dyson pulls out, has a look up the inside of Palmer, gets that job done. Now can he stop it? Oh, and he might take Molson at the same time. Oh, and he, well, don't think the intention was to take Molson at the same time, but he did well to actually avoid hitting him. And Molson's still 9th. Dyson did slow him down a little bit there because he had to really apply the brakes hard there. Oh, bit of dust being kicked up. And who was that? I think that's Palmer. Yeah, he did. I see the dust. So I'm not sure if that was his own doing or did he get attacked from someone. Tony, don't care. He went through. So Tony through to 11th. So Palmer has got to do all that again. So here you go. That's what happens. You make a little mistake and you don't be cutting in corners too much either, because that could be a penalty. So, got to be a little bit careful. I think he might be alright, we'll see, but yeah, okay, I think he's fine. So, Tony then up to 11th, but Dyson and Molson still battling it out here. Down to a 2-car battle. Well, then we've got another 2-car battle actually between Tony and Palmer in the background, but Dyson. So maybe looks a little bit more settled, doesn't he, on that RX-7 than what Firepower does. Goes a bit wide from Molson. I think the game will allow you to go out there without getting anything, any penalty. Should be okay, you're fine, yeah. So Molson then, still holding off Dyson. I don't think Dyson's going to get him down here. Having said that, I've known to be wrong in the past, but no, it didn't look like it. It just looked like that Civic still got a little bit more pace, but Dyson is hanging in there, and it looks like he's certainly getting the grits with that RX-7 now. Must have made a few little adjustments between races 1 and 2, and it's looking pretty settled, or certainly settled than it was, that's for sure. Oh, and just as I say that, well, there you go. What can I say? Absolutely makes a mistake and he drops it down. There he goes, back in the shot. So just as I said that, I don't know if he just tagged the back of Molson, but on the brakes, steered him off to the left, and sort of stage left, and that was the end of that. Firepower, we know, 13th place. So not the happiest time here in Switzerland for Firepower, but at least he's got some lovely views. Oh, and my goodness me, now what was that? That was like almost like steering failure, because it was almost a straight section and he just veered off to the left. So, well, he's got it going again, so let's see, is he going to come into the pits here? He must have some sort of damage, and he's got a lot of damage there. Engine damage, front left obviously, where he's smashed into that. So I'm not too sure what happened there. Did he take his hand off the steering wheel? I don't know, maybe he's just scratching his leg or something. And oh, and again, look at this is amazing. So yeah, there's a serious problem there, so we'll have to keep an eye open for that. So, oh, and look at the front, and Wadru is taking it up. So typical me, I missed the pass, whatever it was, because he was quite a way back, was Wadru, but he's got back past Wayne. I think maybe Wayne, did he make a mistake somewhere? Who knows? My camera skills are it's not happening at the moment, but anyway, Wadru in first place then, so could get 2 out of 2 here for Wadru, you know, with 21 minutes gone into these last 10 minutes now. So has he timed it to perfection? Could be, because we know what he's like with he just sits and waits, doesn't he, Wadru? Wayne, I'll just have a look, see if there's any evidence on his car of any sort of scuffs or damage anywhere. It doesn't look like it, does it? No, I think it was must have just been Wadru putting the hammer down and got a clean pass somewhere, maybe got some slip somewhere. Wayne, he still holds the fastest lap there, but well, I don't know, it looks like he's fighting back as well, so maybe he just made a little mistake somewhere, broke his self or something, and allowed Wadru to go through. It must have been a mistake, he couldn't have caught him. He was quite a long way back, was Wadru, and Wayne looks like he's back on it again. So let's see. Wayne, he wants that win, doesn't he? So let's take that prediction back, what I said about 2 out of 2 for Wadru. It might not be. Looking at it now, still got 8 minutes to go. So let's just see. There's not going to be a lot in between these cars, being that they are the same, and horsepower, not going to be a lot there. Firepower, well, just seeing it out now, isn't he? So Wayne then second place. Keep an eye on that. Thomas still third. As he and Chuck, actually Thomas is in fourth. Chuck's into third. Did he get him? But no, didn't keep it there, did Chuck? So little battle here then for that third and final spot on the podium. So this could be going right down to the final lap, couldn't it, into the checkered flag. So Thomas, Chuck, both on the medium tyres. Seems to be the choice out here for some. When I say some, for the leaders, so there you go. They obviously knew something that some of us others didn't, as Firepower keeps out of the way. Chuck just scraping that wall a bit. Paul still in 5th, Unforgiven 6th, Kev 7th. but I've got to stick with this for now. I mean, that battle up top is still getting there. I think Wayne is closing in, but this battle here, Chuck, can he do the switch back? Thomas is covering the inside line, so Chuck, no. So now we know that GTO is quicker than that Subaru. Firepower. Oh, well, he's parked up again in his favourite spot. Now Chuck, as I say, we know it's quicker, and he's on him, and he could pass him by the time he gets to the start and finish. He does, but can he keep it there on the brakes? He should do by now. So he's already got 2 or 3 car lengths on Thomas. So yes, he does. If he can get around here cleanly. But I don't think this is the end of this battle. So Chuck third then. So he's got his 1 foot at least on that podium. But Thomas still not giving up. He wants these points bad, and he wants his podium bad. And it's up the inside, is he? No. 5 minutes left. What a conclusion to this race 2. Whoa, and he's got there as he ran the outside goes Thomas. Superb pass from Thomas round the outside through the tunnel section, the small tunnel section that is. Now we come to the big tunnel section. I'm going to call it the big and the little tunnel sections, but you know now anyway. So Chuck Kent's going to have another go here, see if he can get him at the tight hairpin at the end here, and covering it right to the left goes Thomas. So he's going to try and cover that inside line, but no, he's passed him already, Chuck. But Thomas is good on the brakes, and he's got it back, and he's got to have a tighter line in there. And yeah, beautiful from Thomas. Chuck had no answer to that. So Thomas third, Chuck in fourth, as we know. Paul, let's just go through this field quickly, in 5th place. No pressure whatsoever, so it looks like he's going to be settling for 5th here for Paul. Unforgiven, well, we know his 6th is for him. It's his favourite number here tonight. Kev in 7th. It could be a good result for him if he can stay there. For Kev in 7th. Chand 8th. Molson in 9th. Palmer has got back past Dyson. So Dyson has obviously had an issue somewhere. So Palmer's still chasing down Molson. And then we got Dyson somewhere. There he is with Tony in 12th place, and then Firepower we know is in 13th. So let's just get back to our leaders then, as we come into these last 5 minutes now. Superb race again. Wayne really pushing to get that lead back, and got to fancy him at this stage. Wadrew's going to do everything he can to keep him behind him. There's that battle doing behind him. Oh, Chuck still behind Thomas. Thomas still in 3rd. So, oh, Wayne having a look. Oh no, it's side by side. A little bit of door rubbing, that's fine. Oh, and now we've got a back marker in Palmer getting in the way as well. Will he get in the way? Will he stay right? He does stay right. Doesn't get in the way, but it just held up Wayne a little bit there, but that was just out. Unfortunate where they met him. Molson now ahead of them. So we've got Molson now, who's the next one that's got to keep out of the way, and he keeps well out of the way. In fact, so much so, he's out on the grass. So that's one way of getting out of the way, isn't it? Not going to help his position though, but there you go. So Wadrew still holding off Wayne. Don't really want to take my eyes off this, but Thomas and Chuck are still 3rd and 4th respectively. So Wadrew, Wayne. As Wayne got, oh now that was a bit of a cut, that corner. Now you've got to be a little bit careful. Sometimes you can get a penalty there if you, but I think he's okay. Yeah, no, he's fine. So what's Wayne got then here in these last 2.5 minutes? What's he got left in the tank? Well, he's got plenty of fuel. Not too bad on tyres either. And actually he's on the soft, which is not what the other boys have got up there. They're all on mediums, I think, including Wadrew, who's leading this race. So Wayne it is, chasing down Wadrew. So let's just have a look at this other battle here for a minute. Well, died a death a bit, isn't it? Thomas has got away from Chuck. Chuck He's going to settle for fourth, I think. So that's that. So let's go back to this other battle at the top. Might as well see this through because this should or will be the final lap. Next time they cross it, it will be the checkered flag. So as Wadru, did he time this to perfection? However, he got past Wayne. Gallant effort from Wayne. I mean, I'm not going to write him off yet, but it's been a gallant effort from him. But will it be enough in the end? Maybe not. You just never know. It's starting to get to, if you like, the easier side of the circuit now. It's all just straights really, with a hairpin chucked in there. All the rest of it was quite twisty, so I got through the difficult side of it. So here we go then. I think Wadru might have got 2 out of 2. It is the final lap. Kev has come in 7th, so he's not getting another lap in, is he? Chand in 8th. We'll run through them in a minute. Let's just see these leaders coming across, and it's going to be mighty close, but I think Wadru's going to hold him off. He will. So Wadru then 2 out of 2. Congratulations to Wadru, race winner for race 2, closely followed by Wayne. Good effort from Wayne. Second place for him. Thomas, I thought he was battling with Chaplin, but no, he's getting past Molson, and it's going to be Thomas in 3rd place. So that's more like it from Thomas. I think he'll be pleased with that. I think Chuck in 4th. Good race from Chuck. Then we're going to have Paul in 5th place. As he crosses the line. Unforgiving in 6th, coming round now. So, hope you enjoyed race 2. Join us again for round 3 soon. So 6th place for Unforgiven. I'll just run through the rest of the field if I can. There's Kev got 7th, Chand 8th, Palmer 9th, Molson 10th. There's Tony in 11th and Firepower in 12th. So there's your race 2 results. I'll catch you again soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.